Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. On the last episode, we arrived here on Tatooine. Some geese got dropped on our ship. We eventually just dropped them off in Manan to, what's his face? The Selkath in the port. We ran into Bastila's mother. She informed us Bastila's father is dead. Bastila didn't take it very well, but she wants us to find the father's holocron. And yeah, we're gonna we're gonna talk to some people on the Ebon Hawk, then we're gonna go back out and explore Anchorhead some more.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Karth, I wanted to know why you want revenge on Saul.
I already told you, he betrayed us all.
It just seems to be more personal than that.
Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it.
I asked, didn't I?
It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time.
Karth, that's horrible. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Of course not. How could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them. And I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left.
I'm sorry, Karth. I didn't mean to pry. It just seemed so personal.
No, it's all right. I don't mind. You deserve some kind of, explanation.
So, your son. You didn't say what happened to him.
His name was Dustil, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Let's continue with what we were doing.
Sure. Have you more to say about yourself, Zalbar? The nostalgia won't interfere with our mission, I hope. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that one. I'm sorry we couldn't stay on Kashyyyk any longer. Why did you request to take Baka's blade? Alright, let's get back to it. Can you construct a programming spike for me, T3? Alright, have it your way.
Yes. What is it?
Is something wrong?
I was remembering Taris.
I'm so sorry, Juhani.
No, it's all right. I think I'm over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
How did you survive?
My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
It was that bad, huh?
With no money to spare for any amenities, even the enclave on Tatooine seems a paradise in comparison. And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
One of the Jedi you met?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes, I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Fled. Fled from where?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Alright.
Got something on your mind, dude?
You never actually did say why you decided to come with me.
No, I never did I?
You know, I don't have to take you with me, Jolie.
Of course you do. I know things, remember? You think you can make it around this part of the galaxy without me? But don't answer that. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
Move on to where?
To bed. I'm old and tired, you know.
No, really.
How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
No, I guess not.
There. Now, was that so hard? An old man has to be allowed some petty eccentricities. Nice to see you agree for once. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
You know what my destiny is?
Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you. But, I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
No, tell me more what you see.
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. That can't be all bad.
Nomi? Who's Nomi?
Know me, Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
So, you're along as some kind of observer?
Nonsense. Have I ever refused to help you when you asked? How confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
One of the most legendary Jedi. Know me, Sunrider. Just casually mentions her. Anyway, we won't bother Canderous with a war story right now. We'll head right on out to Anchorhead. Same deal. Bastila and mission. Right into the hunt mode. What do you do in here? Got some questions about hunting. Why do I need a license? Alright. I'll be going then. To the Czerka Office.
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please, make it quick.
I want to ask some questions.
All right, but I'm not sure what I could say to interest you. I just work on the crawlers.
What can you tell me about Tatooine and Anchorhead?
Well, it's a hole in the galaxy as far as I'm concerned. I doubt this outpost will last much longer. But that's happened before and will happen again. Anchorhead has been resettled a few times now.
Czerka isn't doing well here?
No one is. I guess it looked like a promising mining planet, but the metal, I tell you, just isn't right. I've been a mechanic my whole life. I've never seen anything corrode as fast as Tatooine now. It's why whoever was here before left, and why Czerka will leave, and why whoever comes next will leave.
Okay, what do you do for Czerka?
I repair the sand crawlers when they return from the mines. They get pretty banged up, even without the attacks.
Attacks?
The sand people attack them pretty regularly. Czerka Corporation is getting pretty sick of it, I hear. They've offered bounties on sand people for a while now, but few hunters take them up on it. Too dangerous.
Alright. When do the sand crawlers head out?
Oh, the big crawlers head out at dawn. That's so they avoid the bigger predators. The raid, I mean, doesn't help avoid the sand people, though. They attack pretty regular, no matter what Czerka Corporation tries.
Alright. Thank you. That's all I need.
All right then, back to work, I guess.
Laboda ni winkis maktoma. Wana kumbes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Uba batu goji. Tong nongbong shang yung yang. Tong patok smakdelia.
What's going on here? Who are you?
Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winkis maktoma. Wana kumbes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes.
Alright.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Czerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
Well, I was looking to get a hunting license.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
So there's... Okay, why would I need to get a license anyway?
We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Czerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Czerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Czerka hunting license.
And you're not giving them out anymore.
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
Why pay for the gaffy sticks? Why not their heads?
Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good.
I don't want to do this.
Then you are free to leave the city just like everyone else. Czerka Corporation will welcome your eventual change of mind. Please, feel free to enjoy the door behind you.
Jua pengti, yun pati sa di juba jikut ka naga king bumwa muli.
I want to ask about bounties.
Kakin cha nawabaka
Alright, what do you have for purchase?
chiwi aita ka chong chicha.
Okay.
Greetings again from the offices of Czerka Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
Alright, let's talk about this license.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
Have there been a lot of people leaving the city?
With the downturn in mining, people want any chance at credits they can get. Most wouldn't survive a day, let alone qualify as hunters. The last license issued before the ban was given to a woman named Marlena Venn. She'll do fine. She had a mean streak a parsec wide. She also paid double. Exceptions like this are rare, unless it suits the company to offer them.
What was it you wanted me to do for a license?
The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
Alright, I'll do this for you.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Czerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sand crawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
Alright. I'll get to it then.
Very good. Czerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
All that for a hunting license.
La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes.
Is this about Czerka wanting the Sand People chieftain killed?
Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi.
Intelligent or not, the Sand People have killed people.
La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes.
Why hasn't anyone tried talking to them?
Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi.
Alright, who would have a capable droid?
La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes.
Do you know where their enclave is?
Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi.
Okay. And their robes, I just pick them up off. Where would I even get robes like that?
Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi. La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes.
Alright. I'll deal with the matter as peacefully as I can.
Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihokabi. Uba patu konchi. Tong nong bong chong yung yang. Tong patong smaktelia.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Griff.
Greetings again from the offices of Czerka Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
I'm looking for a miner named Griff.
Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Czerka Corporation payroll.
You want to tell me about Griff.
Can you spare me a few moments? I have something I want to get off my chest. I want to tell you about one of our workers. His name was Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Czerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it.
Yes, that sounds like him.
We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him.
The Sand People got him?
He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Czerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances.
So your workers, they're all expendable, huh?
Czerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job.
Is there some kind of reward you would give me for saving him?
As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Czerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Czerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please.
Alright.
Farewell. Czerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Ugh. Alright. Let's see what's going on in the hunting lounge, and then we will end the episode.
Abuelita, Colo Luz, Ivan Rebu, Ikel Irimo.
I have something to sell you.
Abuelita, Colo Luz, Ivan Rebu, Ikel Irimo. Undas da Shelfa, Ufta del Cliff. Colo Luz, da?
Yes, that will do nicely.
Colo, Anchipian, Olutio.
No, that's it for now.
Undas, Ufta del Cliff. Undas da Shelfa.
Kudos.
Ciao Maso, Gino Molirani Dubo, Tonkin Ba, Loco Netzag.
Alright, what are you doing in this hunting lounge if you aren't a hunter?
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Molira, Tani Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Nonku Nek Abog, Chiwak Aita Kan Kicha na Jupornibo. Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tani Wama Ji, Human Act in Inkatune.
So why do you play?
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Mulira, Tani Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Nonku Nek Abog, Chiwak Aita Kan Kicha na Jupornibo. Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tani Wama Ji, Human Act in Inkatune.
Let's have a game then.
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Mulira, Tani Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Nonku Nek Abog, Kakincha Nawabagaon, Bagwa Shang Konti Machit
Take it. Aha. I got it.
Chiwak Aita Kan Kicha na Jupornibo. Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tani Wama Ji, Human Act in Inkatune. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Mulira, Tani Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Nonku Nek Abog,
Yeah, let's play another.
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Mulira, Tani Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Nonku Nek Abog, Kakincha Nawabagaon, Bagwa Shang Konti Machit
What? Sheesh. Oh boy. Yeesh.
Ciao baso, Gino Molirani Bubo, Tonkin Ba, Noku Nexak, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Molira, Tangit Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Nonku Nek Abog.
Alright, let's play one more game to even. Let's play one more game. Let's settle the score.
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Molira, Tangit Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Nonku Nek Abog, Kakincha Nawabakaon, Bagwa Shang Konti Machitum.
Come on. Oh boy. Oh, right. Sheesh. Here it is. It's all come down to this. Oh well.
Ciao baso, Gino Molirani Bubo, Tonkin Ba, Noku Nexak, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune,
That's enough for now. You win.
Baba Hassan Shan, Noba Mulira Tilai Kuka.
Hakupa Chekupa Gino Mulira King Paija Slima Portuama.
Information if I could trouble such a worthy hunter for a moment.
Muchashak Pakat Kieno no Namapaule Rachikun.
Who are you? What do you do?
Takom Justach Miki Grabarmogo Kachi Ita Hotunga.
Where is the best hunter?
Jedabadawana Nidibobo Tong Nabungsha Nununya Tong Patukashmak Talea Tolpa da Pongwale Kanduna Gugu Chuchut Kavadum Kupilio Botenya Bonanai Kuchu Awaga Posca Chocola Mucha Shag Panka Jedabadawana Nidibobo Tong Nabungsha Nununya Tong Patukashmak Talea.
So dragons are rare. And are they as dangerous as everyone says?
Ka chikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga kun kabe. Takom justach miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga.
Who uses battle droids?
Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Dong nabungsha nununya. Dong batukashmak talea. Muchashak pakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun.
What can you tell me about the other hunters?
Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Dong nabungsha nununya. Dong batukashmak talea. Takom justach miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga. Muchashak pakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun.
Wouldn't the guards have something to say about that?
Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Dong nabungsha nununya. Dong batukashmak talea.
Alright. How long have you been at this?
Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Dong nabungsha nununya. Dong batukashmak talea.
You really don't know anymore, do you?
Akupa chekupa. Gino molera kenpaija. Kislimo podwama.
Alright.
Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Dong nabungsha nununya. Dong batukashmak talea.
I'll be leaving now.
Jedo badawana ni dibobo.
Sharina now thought you killed her husband. No need for us to fight. It's just friendly bravado. Whatever that means.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it?
No, I've not met your wife. I'm looking for experts. You seem knowledgeable.
Oh, of course. Who put you up to this, my wife? I meant what I said about having no credits.
Just want to ask you about hunting and the planet in general.
Hunting is a dirty and tough business. What can old Tanis tell you about it?
Where is the best hunting?
There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of sand people? These solo hunters are crazy.
You hunt with battle droids. That doesn't sound like much fun.
What do I care? I need to eat. I also need to pay for parts so the wife can keep the droids running. It's all about the credits. Some guys will talk about honor and stuff, but they still sell their plates to Fazza. I guess honor needs creds too.
Don't you need to take more kills just to keep your droids running, though?
I suppose, but so what? When that resource goes belly up, I'll just move on. I'm just a wandering spirit, I guess. I'm not real popular with the others, but they just fool themselves. They're in it for the credits too.
How long have you been at this?
Too long, but it beats smuggling. You ever run into a Sith dreadnought in the desert? No, you haven't.
You cross paths with a Sith dreadnought?
Hell, I married her. No, seriously now. I had this friend that crossed Sith space and got stripped of everything. It's not like I have much now, I guess, but I still prefer sand people to getting ambushed on unproven trade routes.
You go on about your wife a lot. What's up with that?
Ah, she doesn't understand me. You know the drill. It's not my fault. She knew who I was when she married me.
Alright, let's go back to my other question.
Fine, whatever you want.
I'm looking for something. Who knows Tatooine the best?
Who knows the planet? I don't know. I guess the Sand People. I'm usually running when I see them, though.
Have you ever seen the Sand People with anything odd?
Sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you.
Where did this happen?
I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough.
What about the Jawas?
Smart traders. They've salvaged and sold me my own damaged droids once or twice. They don't say much I can understand. I think they're a little slow, but who am I to judge, huh?
Alright, that's all I have to say. Later.
Good hunt.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna go back to the Ebon Hawk. Actually, I'm gonna see about talking to Bastila.
How can I help?
You wanna talk?
About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing.
You don't think we should look for the holocron?
We've more important things to do. Still, my father is dead. Just because we find the holocron doesn't mean I have to give it to her.
Why do you think she wants it so badly?
Father recorded all his personal thoughts in that holocron, even when I knew him. Having it would be like having him with you. I don't see why she deserves it, however. She drove him to his death. I loved him, and I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Sounds a bit selfish, Bastila.
It does, doesn't it? I can't seem to help myself. I would have thought my Jedi training would have put me past this kind of pettiness. I really don't want to think about this. Please, let's just keep going.
Alright. I'm gonna go in here, see if we can get another war story out of Canderous, and then I'm gonna end the episode.
Yeah, what do you want?
Wondering if you had any more war stories.
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
You had the choice not to destroy them.
They had a choice not to fight. We meet the enemy wherever they are hiding and we wipe them out. A few cities is a small price to pay for a world. Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
But that sounds wrong, Canderous. Like killing the innocent. I mean, how do you even justify that?
It's wrong to hide with shields surrounding you, hoping the enemy will be so good as to throw themselves at your feet to be slaughtered. I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats.
But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
How? How did they redeem themselves?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
Do you know anything about this world?
Tatooine is one big desert, with rocks sticking out. I heard that some of my people came here after the war, but I don't know what happened to them. The world of my clan, Ordo, was much like this. Dust basins and rock crags. But my world at least has some green around the equator. This place is just sand all over. There are some vicious people on this world, but the desert is the real enemy. Trips out in the desert, especially the deep desert, should be taken very carefully. Do you have anything else you want to ask?
Nope, that's it for now.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Alright, guys, that is going to be it for another episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And not too much happening, you know. We got our hunting license, went to the hunting lounge, and you know, got to know the whole crew a little bit better. Yeah, if you guys like what you saw, you know what to do. And I'll see you on the next one, where we will be exploring Anchorhead a little bit more. Maybe get set up to go outside the settlement. But yeah, if you guys like what you saw, you know what to do. Laters.